So class, today we are going to learn indices and cube roots.
Sir, but what are indices and cube roots? Indices are a group of numbers which are formed from group of integers. Now let us study some laws of indices. It's a very easy chapter. The only thing need to do is you need to remember all the formulas perfectly. Now let's start. The first law of indices is a raised to m into a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus n. The second law is a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equals to a raised to m minus n. A into b raised to m is equals to a raised to m into b raised to m. The fourth law, listen carefully children, because this is very important law of indices. The fourth law is a raised to 0 is equals to 1. So now the fifth law is a raised to minus m is equals to 1 upon a raised to m. The sixth is a raised to m and a raised to n is equals to a raised to m into n. The seventh law is a upon b raised to m is equals to a raised to m upon b raised to m. So the last and the main law is a upon b raised to minus m is equals to b upon a raised to m. Children, here you can see that here the m is negative, and to convert it into positive sign we have done reciprocal of the fraction. So you should always remember it. So, did you all understood the laws of indices? Yes, sir. The laws of indices are very interesting.
Yes, and also very easy.
This full chapter is only interesting. Now let's move further. Now let us learn what is base and what is index. So you can see that on the blackboard it is written as 5 raised to 2. So here 5 is the base and 2 is the index. Means the main number is always called the base, and the number that is raised to it means 2 is raised to 5. So 2 is index of 5. The index is also called as power. The power of the 5 is 2. 2 is the power of 5. The square of a number is shown by writing the number with index 2. For example, 9 raised to 2. The square root of a number is written by showing the index as 1 upon 2. As in square, we write 1 upon 2. Similarly, in cube, we write 1 upon 3. For example, a raised to 1 upon 3. Generally, the nth root of a number is a, expressed as a raised to 1 upon n. Let us take some examples. So, Rohan, can you just come and tell me the answer of first sum? The first question is, you have to tell the cube root of 125. Yes, sir. Rohan, the cube root of 125 is now 125 raised to 1 upon 3. Can you come and tell me the second sum answer? The second sum is, you have to tell the sixth root of 729.
Yes, sir. The cube root of 729 is 729 raised to 1 upon 6.
Now, in this exercise, you have to write the following in the form of nth root of a. For example, the first question is 81 raised to 1 upon 4. So the answer is 4th root of 81. In this way, you have to solve the rest of the sums. So, Chinky, can you come and tell me the answer of second sum? Okay, so the second sum is 49 raised to 1 upon 2.
The answer of second sum will be square root of 49.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Chinky. Now, Ram, You come and tell me the answer of third question. The third question is 15 raised to 1 upon 5.
Yes, sir. The answer of third question is fifth root of 15.
Yes, Ram, you are absolutely right. Okay, students, the rest of those sums you have to do as homework. So, students, I hope that you understood the power and the root of the number, right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so children, in this table you have to tell the power of the root and the root of the power. Wait, let me solve the first sum so that you will understand it. The first question is 225 raised to 3 upon 2. So the power, as you all know that power will always be the numerator. So in numerator 3 is there and 3 is always we write as cube. So it will come cube of square root of 225. And in the root of the power we have to write root, means the denominator, and the denominator is 2. As we know that we write 2 as the square, so we have to write it as square root of cube of 225. So Ria, can you come and tell me the answer of second question? The second question is 45 raised to 4 upon 5.
Yes, sir. In the power of the root it will come fourth power of fifth root of 45, and in the root of the power it will come fifth root of fourth power of 45.
Yes, Ria, you are right. Very good. Now, Atharva, come and tell me the answer of third question. The third question is 81 raised to 6 upon 7. Yes, sir. The answer of third question will be, in the power of the root it will come sixth power of 7th Yes,
root of
Atharva,
81,
you are right.
and in the root of the power it will come.
Okay, students. So the rest of the sums you do as homework, and I hope that you understood this concept, right?
Yes, sir.
As we all have already learned to find the square root of a number, so now I will teach you how to find the cube root of a number. Okay, sir. Okay, class. But first, can anyone tell me that what is cube of a number? Yes, sir. I know the answer. Can I say? Yes, Rohan, say. If a number is multiplied 3 times, then the product of that number is called as cube of that number. Yes, Rohan, you are right. When a number is multiplied 3 times, then the product of that number is known as cube of that number. Now we will learn what is cube root. Can anyone tell me what is cube root of a number?
No, sir. We don't know what is cube root.
I also don't know, sir. Can you please tell us what is cube root of a number? Don't worry, children. I will explain you what is cube root of a number, okay? So let's go. Students, we know how to find the square root of a number by factorization method. Using the same method, we can find the cube root. So students, first step to find the cube root of a number, you have to first find its prime factors by the prime factorization method. So students, you can see an example in which you have to find cube root of 3375. So the first step for it is you have to find all its prime factors by the prime factorization method. So the second step is you have to write all the given factors of it by putting a multiplication sign in between, and then you have to see that a number appears how many times. Means your 3 is appearing 3 times and 5 is also appearing 3 times. So they are forming a group of 3. So we can use it only one time. Means if any number comes in group, we are going to consider it as 1. So here you can see that we have taken 3 and 5 one time only because it was appearing in group. So 3 into 5 is equals to 15, and here is the cube root. The cube root of 3375 is 15. You can also write it as 3375 raised to 1 upon 3 is equals to 15. So students, did you understood this lesson? Yes sir, I understood full lesson and it is so easy.
Yes, sir. I also understood the lesson and it is so interesting also.
Students, math is so fun. Don't think that maths is a boring subject. Instead, it is an interesting game. You just have to remember the formulas and maths will change your life.
Yes, sir. Now onwards, maths is my favorite subject.
Yes sir, my also. And I promise that now onwards I will practice maths every day.